Okay, so good morning, everybody. And once again, welcome back in today's class. Today, we are on the day number 19, and we were discussing about the request management, right? So what we did in the last class is that we created a catalog item and we created some variables as well. Now, along with this variable, there is a one more concept which we need to be discussed before we go to the flow part. Let's say I am a printer company. I do the printing of the forms or marriage cards or visiting cards kind of things. Okay. Anvisha come to me and say, Atul, I want to get this card printed or I want to get this form printed. That form contains name, father name, email ID, address, gender, age that contain. I said, okay. After half an hour or 1 hour, Amisha came to me and said, hey, Atul, I'm working as a tutor and I want to print this particular form. And these are the fields. And those fields are again common. Name, gender, father name, date of birth, address, email address, all the things will be there. Now, if you think from the perspective of the printer company, what he or she will do that it is not a good idea to create a different fields for the different forms every time. So what we do in our service now that let's say if I have a 10 catalog items and all the 10 catalog items using the common variable, then instead of creating the 10 different variables, I will put them in a set. Okay, I will put them in a variable set. What this means specifically, that instead of creating a different one, I'll put at a set and then I can call that set in my variable, in my item. So how this can be done, I can go here and show you. So let's say admin and password. Okay. Now there are two type of variable sets. And this is what the beauty of ServiceNow says. Okay. One is that if I open this notepad and show you, let me do this. Okay. Like say name, gender, email, and address, or name, gender, email, address. Now, what can be the reason? I said, okay, Harshal, create a request for everybody in this group and get me the data of everybody, email address, phone number, and qualification. Now, Harshal has two ways. Either he fill 6 different forms for everybody, one for Anvesha, one for Mac, one for Sunita, one for Amisha, one for Harshal. Or what he can do, Atul, give me some shortcut, or what he will do, he will use Excel sheet. And in the Excel sheet, he will create a header and under that Anvesha, Amisha, Harshal, Max, Sunita और यहाँ पे सबका डिटेल भर के मुझे दे देगा. मतलब either he is using one sheet to fill everybody detail or he can use multiple sheet to get the multiple data, same data for the everybody in the multiple sheets. It is completely a business use case. Okay, I'll give you the example when I show you in the service now, then it will give you more idea. I will go here for the variable. I'm intentionally not going in the catalog item now. Variable, इसको लिखते हैं हम variable set. Go to the variable set. And now click on this new. I have two options. One is called the single row variable set, SRVS. Single row variable set. It means if I'm using this type of variable set, I can fill only one person value at a given point of time. And this is called the multi-row variable set, MRVS. Means in a single form, I can have multiple people details in a one form. In short, this is called MRVS. MRVS, very famous keyword, very famous term in the ServiceNow community. MRVS. So what we do, I'm going to show you the example of this, and you can take it and you can do the practice of example of this, because this is literally important to be understand. I click on this. Multi-row variable matlab in a single variable or in a single container, I have a multiple variable. So let's say I am putting LNG training. Then another example just to show you. Let's say Amisha and family planning to go to Bangalore from Delhi. Okay. In her family, there are total 5 people. Amisha, her kid, husband, and parents. Now, whenever we book the flight tickets, whenever we book the train tickets, are we book the separate tickets for everybody? No, Atul, we don't do. What we do? Amisha log in from her ID, and in the passenger detail she mentioned everybody name. Amisha Jain, age this, address this. Then her daughter name, age this, address this. Her husband name, age name this, age this, address this. Parents name X, Y, and Z. Again parent name X, Y, and Z. This is what is nothing. This is what called the multi-row variable set. So I am saying my variable set name is this and the order is this. Do you want to show 1 by 1 column, 2 by 2 column, or this one? I am giving you example of this, and you can take example of this as well. Just interface का फर्क है और कुछ नहीं फर्क होगा. But again, it depends. I'm again telling you, this is all the user experience. So I'm putting 2 column variable set and save. So what I did, I make a container. Now in this container, I will do the same thing which we did on the last class. What? We're going to be add the variable. Click new. And any number of variables you can create it. But again, remember, more variables can create a problem for the user to fill all the details. So let's say single line text, this order 100 name. I'm just putting simple thing and submit. Variable 1. Let's say second variable. Just to give you example so that we can work on that part. Again, I'm taking single line text 200 and address. You can put the reference as well. ऐसा नहीं है कि reference नहीं होगा. You can put any type of. So what type of variables you can see, you can put it there. That's fine. And submit. And save. My variable set is ready. Now I have to be add this variable set in my maintain item or the catalog item. I'll go here, maintain item. And what was our item name? CSA. CSA specific training. And now I'll scroll down and I will add this variable set in my maintain item. पहले हमने variables बनाए, that's fine. So we can use the both variable plus variable set both. Now go to variable set. You can create it the same thing from here as well, but I'm creating from here, edit, because I already have that variable set ready in my bucket. This is what our variable set, LNG. This and save. And now save. Let's go back here. Oh. LNG. Check. Now I'll go and open my variable. This thing. Catalog. Go to browse categories. And where is my variable? Sorry, my item is this. Admin and CSA. And now you can see this. ये दो हमारे variables थे and this is my variable set. ठीक है, क्लास किसने लिखा? तो एड्रेस लिखा था. Or I picked something wrong. Ah, yes, yes, yes. We added something wrong. It was previously which I created. No, no, no. We created the another variable set. Let me add. हमारा ये था. Sorry. This is what I created already. So I this thing. Save. So I remove this. Another variable set name. Oh. So this is a problem now. Why I'm not able to add? Because it's saying name is already used as a somewhere in the another variable set. So हमारी spelling mistake की वजह से problem हो गया. Now what we'll do? Variable set. Open the another window. मैं इसी को delete कर देता हूँ. Delete. Just because it was created by me for some practice. So that is the reason. So I come here now and try to be edit. And let's add this. Hope it will work now. Yes. And save and come here and reload. So now you can see that my variable set is coming. Now how to add data? Click on add. Name, Amisha, address, text. Name, Harshal, address, Y. Yes. So you can add any name. If you want to modify one or two, you can modify as well like this. Click only one. You can open this record and you can edit. Its name is Harshal Patil. Like this. And save. You want to remove? You can remove as well. So you can create 5, 6, 7 variables under that, in the variable set, and you can do, and then you can add the value on that. Clear everybody this point? This is very strong. I'm practically speaking. This is a very strong concept in the variable in this catalog item. Very strong concept because a lot of what I can say business cases or business catalog items are using these things at point of time. So your rail booking, your flight booking kind of things are using MRVS in the background. Yes, guys, question, clarification.
Sir, and I was trying to build that. No, what happened? I just modified yours portal. Can you go there, please, on the first page? I was trying to build that HR Workday.
I saw your changes is there, that you change the
Yeah,
facilities, training, development, all these things.
yeah, yeah. So initially I was not trying to modify yours actually, but how this change I don't know actually. Means I have used my I have created my another this one portal.
But you're using my
But
portal only. See, LNGP.
where can you type HRW at last? HRW. Yeah.
The reason being why it is being showing on my portal because
Mm-hmm.
you're using the same page for these changes. As I said that portal can be the different, but these pages you are able to see, these are common. So if you want that your changes should not come in my portal, then you have to be
Mm-hmm.
copy this page and then make a change and give us some different name.
Okay.
अब
Okay.
सिंपल सी बात है देखिए,
So, mm-hmm.
either it is your phone or Sunita phone or Amisha phone. Anybody can save my number. Maybe you save Atul sir, Sunita says Atul, Amisha says Atul ji. But if it is
Mm-hmm.
the same number, it is directly giving a call to me only, right? So the same thing applicable here. As I say in the beginning as well, these are the global pages. If you are making a change in this page and this page has been used by some other portal, the changes will be
Mm-hmm.
impacted here as well. So in your case, same thing. You did the changes in the index page, but Unfortunately, that index page has been used in my portal as well. So that is showing the changes as well.
Okay. Okay.
That
So
is,
can we create our own page also? Correct? No?
हाँ क्यों नहीं? We show I show this thing, right? If you go to the portal configuration,
Mm-hmm.
यहाँ पे देखो आपको मिलेगा ऑप्शन पेजेस का, क्यों नहीं मिलेगा? You can create whole this thing again. Portal with new name, new interface, new look, everything you can do it. Let me show you some examples of service portal. I saw a lot of customized pages. So now you can see this is one, this is one, this is one. You can make like this as well. But yes, to make a changes, you need a good understanding of HTML, CSS, JavaScript. That is important.
Okay.
See,
So JavaScript, why we required, sir? It's only the HTML, CSS, correct? No?
but if you want to bring the data, let's say on my page, I want if a user click show incident, then you have to go to the background, right, to get the data.
Okay. Okay.
Right.
So there is no connectivity like this. If any, yeah, we can, means, for example, we need to create a URL and it will show directly the list incident.list page.
No, no. So these all is the configuration. And why you want to show the list page of incident? If that is the case, then a user must go to the native view, not on the portal view.
Then how we can show the incident on, means, if not incident, actually, what user has logged that list actually, what he
So
has.
that is already out of the box, right? So he
Okay.
can, let's say I open my portal. Okay. So I can go here to see my request, that what request I raised till now. I can see here. But if I open this, this is coming via the JavaScript because it's going in the background to get the data.
Okay. 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 Can we see what code has been written here actually? Means,
For what? It is nothing. It is a widget only. Go to the widget and you can find out.
okay, sir. Sir, any reference can we get that we can means how we can design our portal actually as we want, like stepwise configuration steps.
Stepwise configuration is there, Harshal. Number one, you have to create a portal page, by which you are login. Then you can do the branding. Then you can do the designing, and then you can do the page editor, and you can see the widgets. Steps are these only. It is totally depend on you what you want to get it. And my experience is very clear this part. We as a let's say if we are a developer, the silly mistake what we did, that as soon as we got a requirement, we start doing the work in the laptop or the computer. That's very wrong. Practically, we should take a pen and paper and see that how this design will be look like, what I need to be build it, and then code it. So being an Herschel, say I want a portal. Can you give me the steps? I gave you the steps. Now, instead of going to the service now, I recommend sit, take a pen and paper and make a page. Okay, I want this page. In this page, I want XYZ boxes. In the XYZ boxes, I want ABCD information. Because till the time you did not decide that, it is not clear in your mind that what you need to build. So on the top, it's a page, then it is a container, then it is a widget, and then it's information. Then you go to service now and say, okay, I want to this page बन गया, उसमें widget बनाना, widget बन गया, अब उस information लेके आने, ये बन गया. My one part is completed.
Okay.
By that way you can do. But one thing very clearly, let me tell you, portal is not that much easy to create from scratch because it is complete code, no drag and drop options. Complete code है ये.
Okay.
Okay. It's not like a form design, but we have like drag and drop क्या हो जाएगा. If you are using this inbuilt or out of the box widgets, that's still good. But if you want to create your own, then it's a hardcore coding. Hardcore.
So how many percent like widgets are present in for company actually? Means, are there
Depends.
anyone who designed the
Depends on the
custom
business
one?
need. I'm a bachelor. I
Mhm.
purchase a 2-bedroom house. I'm a married. I take 3-bedroom house. Now I have a 2 kids or the 3 kids or the 4 kids. I'll go for the 6-bedroom house. It totally depends on the business need, that what you want.
Okay. Okay.
If I ask you if you're using iPhone, how much percentage you're using actually iPhone? Sir, call के लिए होता है, WhatsApp
Mhm.
और
Mhm.
but iPhone has a lot of things, health, notes, or XYZ, a number of apps are there. Are you using that part? No,
Mhm.
but they have given the out of the box widgets, right?
Correct. Yeah.
So that's totally a business use case.
Okay, got it.
ठीक है जी, clear everybody?
I
Any
have
doubt?
one more doubt.
Go ahead, Amisha.
In container, we add widgets. So to resize that widget in the shape of in the size of container, we need to do code, or it can be done by adjusting, because it was not I was not able to do by adjusting. I think we have to
It's a
do.
coding actually, and
Okay.
it's a very tricky. I found
Yeah,
lot
huh,
of
I
people.
was trying to do, but was
Yes. Not
okay.
even this boxes you can say is a shape part. The problem is that sometimes people says in my widget I want to show some different color. Like say this is in the black, I want to show in the red color, or I want to make this box as a double box. This is all CSS games, HTML and CSS game only.
Okay.
That is the reason people avoid working on the portal, because to make it one change in this part, you have to be troubleshoot all the CSS there. Maybe you say,
Okay.
Atul, can I have this box double sizes? You can do, but CSS part, not as a like giving the dimension, it will work for you. ठीक है जी.
Okay.
Now let's go to the next part. Let's say Amisha put an order. Amisha joined a new company and her boss says, Amisha, place an order for the laptop. Amisha go to the portal like this we have discussed. She go to the portal, she raise a request for the laptop, and she submit the request. She got an email. Hello Amisha, thank you so much for submitting this request. Your request approval pending from your manager XYZ. Okay. Amisha go to her manager and say, hey boss, you got my approval request. Could you please approve it? Boss open the email box and say, yes, I have and approved. Then Amisha got another email. Your request has been approved and we are working to configure your laptop. One part. After a few days or 2 days, she got an email. Laptop configuration has been done. Now we are working on the compliance things like patches, encryption, description kind of things. After one day, she got an email. It has been done, and now we are configuring your IDs to log in that particular system. And after 3 days, she got an email. Hi Amisha, please come and pick up your laptop from room number, stock room number, or this lab room number. This show this ID card or show your ID card and get the laptop. She go there and she get the laptop. Now all these 6 parts are fully automated. Because there are number of people who join like Amisha on a day one and request for the laptop. Some desktop, someone from mobile phone, someone raising a request for mouse, headsets, telephone, and all things will be there. What we are going to be start now is the core concept of service now, that is called the flow designer. There are 2 things actually. One is called flow, one is called workflow. Okay. Workflow is older thing, but it doesn't mean that it is going to be decommissioned. No, there are many things which we can't do in the workflow, but we can do in the flow now. Okay, in our class we are going to be mainly work on the flow only. Workflow ka I try to give you little idea that what is workflow, but nowadays every company is moving to the flow only. The reason being flow is a low code. मतलब उसमें तो उतना कोड करना ही नहीं पड़ता जितना वर्कफ्लो में करना पड़ता है. Number 2, flow is a drag and drop. Not sorry, flow is not a drag and drop. Flow is a written thing. English में लिख दो. I need approval. Approval manager approval, HOD approval, email send करना है. So you can do a normal English work. ठीक है. And third part is that you can download this flow diagram as well, and you can share with your customers so that they also can see that how the things are moving there. ठीक है. We called workflow as an automation engine, as automation driver as well, because workflow is nothing but these are the automation. ठीक. In the latest release of ServiceNow, that is Washington DC, we are talking here, ServiceNow has upgraded this particular concept and they called it as a workflow studio. Not flow, workflow studio. Till the Utah released, in the Vancouver release, means in the previous releases it was called flow, but now we are calling it as a workflow studio. Okay, we'll go here. So now this is my request. I want, if I submit this request, or Amisha submit this request, or Natasha submit this request should go to Amisha's manager for the approval, and then the next action should be taken. So I can click here and I can say flow designer. Okay. If I open this, and you can see it is taking me to the, let me close everything else so that we can work on this part. Little heavy this page, and we can't do any kind of a customization here on this page because this is not a table. This is a page which is a combination of something, CSS, HTML, and different things are there. Or I can say this is a core code where we don't have access. Okay, this is what is the flow designer says. Let it be load. Okay, so now you can see it is showing workflow studio. Why studio? Like if I say, hey, I want to be record a song. लोग क्या बोलेंगे, अरे स्टूडियो चले जाओ, स्टूडियो में you will get everything. Means you will get the instruments, you will get a good mic, you will get a closed room, you can be ready, you can put your paper in front of you, everything will be there. That is the reason it is called the studio. I want to get a pre-wedding shoot. We have a good studio, you can come there. We have a good background images, or what I can say, outfits are there. We want to go for the pre-wedding shoot, pre-maternity shoot kind of things we want to go. So these are things which happen in the studio. So in this particular workflow studio, we have three things. And I am again saying this, we are on the Washington DC release. So there are a lot of new things which you will get if you're not using the DC release. Number one, it has been renamed to the workflow studio. Number two, it provides me 3 tabs: homepage, operation, and integration. Homepage says that what I am doing, what are the components available with me. I'll come to this part because this is our main thing to be discussion. Operation. How many flows, how many processes are running at a point of time? And I want to see their pictorial representation. So you can see these are just refresh. These are just used or set up. And I can see the charts. Most executed process. I want to see that which is the flow which is most executed. So I can go here as well. How many are completed? How many are in progress? I can see from this part. Operations. Nothing much we can edit here, guys. And last, integration. Integration means when I want to integrate, I want to join my ServiceNow instance with some other instance. When I say some other instance, means it can be any other tool, and in ServiceNow domain we called it as a third-party tool. So third-party tool can be a Jira, can be a BMC Remedy, can be a Servidesk, can be your WhatsApp, can be your SMS, can be your email Outlook, can be any tool SAP, any tool you think, can be your Slack, can be your Teams, anything which you think we can integrate. Yes, we are able to do integration of ServiceNow with any other tool as well. And to do that integration, ServiceNow provide us the spokes. Spokes क्या होते हैं mainly? Spokes are like of a pre-built code. ठीक है? जैसे अगर if I give example, let's say there is a family function at my house. Okay, I invited everybody, guys, please come at my place for the function. You said okay. Harshal is my little near in my relation. I said okay. Oh Harshal, I'm here now. Can you do one thing? Can you go to at my house? Maybe I have some function in other banquet hall. Go to my house. In the room, go to second room. In the room, second door. Can you get this particular document for me? Because they need it here. But Harshal says how I can enter in your house, because it will be locked definitely. So I will give some passcode to Harshal so that he can log into my instance. So he can go and open my house. This particular thing, the step I told, go there, open that one, and this is called the spokes here. So spokes are sorry, spokes are nothing but it is a predefined code which help us to connect my service now with the different tool. Like you can do the different tool with the DevOps, Git, Beans. These are the different spokes available, and few are the outbound and few are the inbound. Data लेके आना है और data भेजना है. ठीक है? This is very different terms, so we are not going in deep, but we will have one session where I will show you that how we can integrate ServiceNow to ServiceNow. That we will discuss. Now let's come to this home page. This home page is very interesting. Number one, it's a two-side stuff, left side and right side. This left side says I have 5 things. You can say, Atul, what is this process? In ServiceNow, there is a concept called the PAD. Don't take me wrong. PAD stands for the Process Automation Designer. Okay. When we want to automate our processes, कि इसके बाद ये होना चाहिए, इसके बाद ये होना चाहिए, इसके बाद ये होना चाहिए. Like sometimes what happened? Okay. Let me ask a question. Let's say I want, or anybody want to install a software in the desktop. What we do, we download and double click. That exe start running. What we do, next, done. This next is nothing but it is a process automation designer, where I'm asking the input from you. As per your input, I'm doing the decision. I'm making a decision. So this is what is called the process automation designer. In short, it's called the PAD. Again, very important thing to automate your processes. See, I'm saying processes. मैंने ये नहीं कहा कि अपने टास्क ऑटोमेट कर दो. टास्क ऑटोमेशन नहीं हो रहा है यहाँ पर. यहाँ प्रोसेस ऑटोमेट्स हो रहे हैं. ठीक है? This is not again in our system or in our training, but this is a part of that part. Now, this is what is our core area. Flow. चाय बनानी आती है? Do you know that how to make a cup of tea? Are say yes or no?
Yeah.
Yes, right. Almost everybody in this group know that how to make a cup of tea. ठीक है? So क्या flow रहता है उसका? We have to take a water. Sorry, we have to take a fry pan, then take a water, put the water in that, put on the gas, switch on the gas on, put in the sim, it will get boiled, put your elaichi and all things which you want to put it, ginger and all things, boil it, put the tea bag, sugar, put the milk, boil it for the 5 minutes, then put in that. This is called the flow, number one. But in this flow, there are sub-flows as well. जैसे the milk is not always outside. Milk is in the fridge. So like I can say that Mac, Rituja and me, because in India we still get the milk in the morning, boil it, and parents or the mother keep it in the kitchen only. But as we are using the bottle milk, so we always keep in the fridge. So this is the sub flow. Hey, get a milk and put the half glass of milk in that particular fry pan. So to get a milk means go to fridge, open the fridge, get the bottle, open the bottle, put the milk in the glass, close the bottle, go to the fridge, keep in that fridge, bottle in the fridge, come back, put the milk in the fry pan. This is called the sub flow, which can be used separately as well, which can be used with the combination of the flow as well. अब मुझे चाय नहीं बनानी, I don't want to make a cup of tea. I want to just have a glass of milk. Then to get the milk is the same step. ये फर्क पड़ जाएगा steps में. It will be still same. So flows हैं and sub flows हैं. ठीक है. Now the actions. करना क्या है? चाय बनानी है. Okay. What I want to be do? I want to be boil it. I want to be put tea bags. I want to put the sugar. I want to put the tea in the cups. ये actions है मेरे. What I want to be do. These are the actions. ठीक है. I want that, like, let's say, as soon as the request get approved, the requester must get an email. अब जो email का part है ना, that is the action. Like if our kids do something wrong, we teach them, hey, that is wrong. This is an action. To create any flow, we need minimum one action. जब तक एक्शन नहीं होगा, फ्लो पूरा नहीं होगा मेरा. जब आपको पता ही नहीं कि करना क्या है, if you don't know that what to do, तो how you will make sure that this flow will be get completed. And then is the decision table. ठीक है. I never work on the decision table very truly, but decision table is also one of the strong part of this automation design. ठीक है. As the name indicate, decision table means on the set of condition I am taking some decision. If X happen, then Y do. If Z happen, then X do. If X or Y happen, then do A, B, C. If A happen, then do B and C. So on the basis of the decision tree, I'll make a decision and use them in my flow, subflow or action. ठीक है. This is interesting topic if you want to read it, because I never work on this part, so I have very less knowledge about this thing. But yes, you can see this part. There's a fourth thing. Now I can refresh my page. I can list action if you want to change this column. ठीक है. If you want to copy this URL कि कहाँ से आ रहा है, or if you want to filter it, you can do the filtration. That okay, decision table. I want to add one more decision. Filter condition I can add, or I can go to the flow or subflow. I can add. If I come on this part, this is show that on which flow I was working, like a history. So I have a 3 flows: LNG INC, LNG copy of change, LNG this. 3 days before, 9 days before, and 16 days before. And if you scroll, that what has been changed in these. What has been changed in the flows? You can see information here. That system admin modify this one, system admin modify this thing, system admin modify this thing. And if you want to read about more, you can go here and open it. You can go to ServiceNow video, product documentation, community, COE or the dev portal. Clear यहाँ तक? Anybody doubt, question, clarification?
We are still using this workflows. Awesome.
Yes, we are still using the workflow, but ServiceNow say please move from workflow to the flow designers. But the problem is that there is a no utility which can help you to move your inbuilt workflow to the flow automatically. There's nothing. So if I say I have to be move this workflow to the flow, it means you have to be created from the scratch only. No other way. Okay, so if you have a question, Atul, can we move the our built up flows, or sorry, workflows in the flows? We can't move directly. To move that, we have to be created from the scratch. Something weird, something odd, but unfortunately, it is not supported by ServiceNow. Any utility is supported by ServiceNow on this particular part. And this is not, they are saying now, they said the same thing when it was first launched. And that is the reason ServiceNow is not decommissioning the workflows. People are still using, customers are still using the workflows as it is only.
So which is more convenient?
Yes, more convenient, definitely yes. But if you have to be create a big workflow in the flow, then it can be time taking as well. Because a lot of things has been changed in the workflow. Sorry, in the flow. Okay, anybody else? Any doubt, question, clarification? Chali, good. Now we are coming to the our part. So what I want to be achieved from this flow? I want on the first step, it go for the approval, manager approval. Second, it should create one update the schedule, and second, call to candidate. Okay. The flow which we are going to make, we want these two things to be achieved. Okay. Okay, one for manager approval, and let's say second, any group approval. And third, we did two tasks. क्योंकि इन दोनों में फर्क है, इसलिए intentionally I have put it this two different things. चलो, come here. You want to create a flow? Click on this. I want to create a flow here. My flow name is LNG Patshala SHALA Batch15. You want to put any description here? You can put scope. I am putting because I'm the global scope, so I'm putting in the global scope only, and show the additional properties. Protection, important. You want this flow to be read only so that nobody can change it. I said no. I may need a change in the future, so I want to keep it like this. Run as. It is very important concept. Sometimes it create a problem as well. It says user who initiate the session or the system user. Okay. So generally what happens when we say user who initiate the session means as soon as the user who submit the request by his or her name, this session, this workflow should get attached. Or I want anybody save, anybody create a request, but it should be showing me the system user name. System user is something which is created by ServiceNow. Okay, so only that user should able to initiate the session. Why the problem happen that people say that I am working on a flow, it is not taking the right time zone sometime, or it is working with user who initiate the session but not with the system users. Both problematic things are here. So generally what we do, we always keep it as a user who initiate the session. But sometime why we not recommend this, because we have a lot of ACS, we have a lot of access control that the logged in user who created the this request don't have a proper access as well, and that is the reason it did not work. So to avoid these things, we use the system user. Okay, so we'll pick up the user who initiate the session and run with the role. Do you want to be put any specific role that if I'm a user X and I'm putting this role, this user initiate the role, and can I give any specific role to run this particular flow? I can see yes. Let's say put to call flow designer operator or the flow designer role, so that now the logged in user has this role and it will work fine for them. Generally, we don't touch this thing. We keep it as a blank only, and we make sure that everything which is going with this particular user only, and that user have a proper access. Flow priority. Not sure that what is the exact meaning of this here, because it is newly added, this part at low, medium or high. I can say it's a high priority one. Maybe some other indicates it's big. And click on the build flow. मतलब कि हमने we just define the function. Okay. And now go to the next part. Flow तो बन गया. Okay. Now how I will make sure that this flow should trigger as well. ठीक है. In the flow, two things are important. One is a trigger. Trigger means on which table it should work. It should attach. मैंने कहा हर्षल वहां जाना, कहाँ जाना है? अरे वहां जाना, कहाँ? Where अतुल? So that where have to be defined at the trigger. Now this is again a good part of flow designer. What you want to do? You want to create an account. Sorry, account. I'm saying you want to create a record. You want to update the
You're not audible to me.
Same here.
Same here.
Oh, wait. Maybe some lag in between. Is it fine?
Yes.
Still same. Okay, let me repeat my words. So what we are saying that, let me delete this. Okay, a flow will work only when there must be a trigger. Let's say I told to Harshal, go there and get this thing. Harshal says, Atul, where to go? Harshal, go there. But Atul, where to go? So how my flow will know that I have to be work on this particular table? So that is called a trigger here. Trigger can be three types. Do you want to create a record? So I can use the create a trigger. अब trigger क्या होता है basically? If I ask in a simple word, in a gun there's a trigger, right? Trigger on, जैसे you press the trigger, the bullet will be out from that gun, right? In our alarm clocks, as soon as you switch on that alarm, that key in the background, and the set timings hit with the pins or the क्या कहते हैं इसको, घड़ी में सुई रहती है, that hit the right time, it start ringing it. That is a trigger. ठीक है. So here I have to be tell to my system, because see it is a flow. ये automation है, यहाँ पर system को नहीं पता. It is we as a human being telling our system that what have to be do. If you want to create a record, you can use create. If you want to create or update both, you can do this. If you want to update it, you can use this. No, Atul, I want to schedule this particular flow. I can schedule daily, monthly, repeatedly, once or weekly. We will pick up these examples tomorrow's class. Or ServiceNow provide me few inbuilt applications. I want to get an incident from the inbound email. I want to do something on the metric base. Proactive analysis. This is something that has been added newly by ServiceNow in the Washington DC. I want to do this workflow this flow should attach on my catalog items, and catalog items are the part of the service catalog. So I click on this. Now tell me one thing. Do we put any table name? नहीं, table name तुम्हें पता ही नहीं. Right? This is the another benefit of this. That no need to be remember the table name. Now you can go and see. देखो हमने कुछ नहीं किया. We just put that this thing name and it done. Service catalog. It says how you want to run your flow, in the background or in the foreground. I said no, in the background. It should run in the background only. I don't want to be hold or wait till the time this flow should be over. So better to run in the background. Okay, and done. Means now if any request has been raised, this flow will get attached. But I have to be map this name as well to my catalog item. Only then this flow will be attached. Trigger says that I'm applicable for any kind of a request. But this name says if you map my name. So let me copy this and come back here in the process engine. Let me put this flow name. The flow name is not visible, right? Why? Because till this time, this flow is not ready to work. It's not active. See, it's in the draft state. Till the time it is not active, it will not work. It will not show here. Okay. So now what we'll do? We come to the action. What I want from this flow? I want to send an email. Sorry, I want to create a request. I want to create an approval on my this particular catalog item. So I have an action, I have a flow logic, I have a subflow. Actions क्या हैं? करना क्या है आपको, right? This is what we say action. ठीक? Let it be below. So these are the out of the box action given by ServiceNow. ये समुंदर है पूरा. And this is the crunch. Either you are a developer, either you are a consultant, either you are a tester, either you are an architect. I strongly recommend that everybody who is in this class, including me, must know about this flow designer completely. इसके बिना जिंदगी नहीं है इसमें. ServiceNow में जिंदगी नहीं है इसके बिना. ठीक है. Now what I want to get approval from the person who is raising the request, his manager. Now Amisha's manager is Harshal. Harshal manager is Mac. Anvesha's manager is Sunita. Sunita manager is Rituja. Rituja manager is Amisha. But ये तो fix ही है, हर बार fix है. So instead of writing these things again and again, ServiceNow say I have a soft flow for you. घबराओ मत, मैंने आपको सब बना के दिया हुआ है. What you want? Manager approval? You can go here and search for the managers. देखो ये रहा. Requested item manager approval. Click on this. कुछ कोड नहीं करना. Nothing need to be coded here. इस लाइन का मतलब ही यही है कि whenever any user raise a request, this particular request, कोई और नहीं, CSA request करेगा. The person who are raising the request, his manager will get approval now. But now the problem is that Atul, on which record it will trigger the approval. I told to Harshal, go to my room and get this document. और रूम तक जाने के लिए, घर तक जाने के लिए आई एम गिविंग द कार, मेरे पास कार, आप कार ले जाओ मेरी, ठीक है. बट अतुल, इन विच रूम आई हैव टू बी गो, बिकॉज आई हैव अ 5 bedroom house and finding a one, if I say okay go Harshal, go there and get a spoon, Harshal knows spoon means it's a kitchen. But if I say Harshal, go and get this medicine can be anywhere in this house. So I have to be tell to system that which record I have to be create this approval. It's saying requested item. बताओ कौन से item पे मुझे काम करना है. So now 2 things. Number 1 is this. If you want, you can write the code here as well. If you want to do some coding part. As I say that it is a low code, so I click on this. This is called the data pill picker. Click on this. इसने कहा that on the trigger I have one catalog. Okay. Under the catalog I have a item. मैंने कहा इस item पे request generate कर देना. Let me cross this shortcut. ये है मेरा catalog. Now you can see this is another format. I have this trigger on this catalog. अब when I submit a request, what will create it? REQ and RITM. Agree everybody with me? When I submit a request, a catalog item from the portal, 2 records get generated, REQ and RITM. So this is my RITM. So when I do this part, RITM get generated. So I can drag, show and drop. ये भी तरीका है. Another point to justify my things, that is the reason we call it as a low code. Do you know the table name of this particular request item? अतुल बताया ही नहीं आपने, तो हमें याद भी कैसे रहेगा, right? So we can do this drag and drop. Okay, done. But now the problem again. Amisha raised a request, it go to Harshal as his manager. Now Harshal can do the 2 things, either approve, either reject. Right, Amisha?
Yes.
Right? But how the system will know? We tell to system that go to manager approval. I have to tell to system as well now. If it rejected, तब क्या करना है? Amisha was kid. She told to her father that I want to buy a new bicycle. She put a request. Her father साहब says no. मतलब रिक्वेस्ट खारिज हो गई, अब नहीं मिलेगा. No further process. So now I have to be defined in my flow logic. If अगर रिजेक्ट हो गई तो, so let put me a name here. Approval. कैसे रिजेक्टेड? इस पर रिजेक्ट होगा, इस पर रिजेक्ट होगा, so I can go here and click on this or reject it one way, या फिर उठाओ और ले जाओ. ओहो, उठाओ और ले जाओ और भी काम खत्म. Now Amisha is confused. अतुल आपने अप्रूव क्यों नहीं करवाया, रिजेक्ट ही क्यों कराया? Right, Amisha?
Yes.
Why only reject? आप तो बड़े नेगेटिव, you are very negative person. You are saying reject because I know when it is rejected, the process is going to be over. Amisha invited me at her place and said, "Atul, will you take a cup of tea?" I said no. तो कहानी वहीं खत्म हो गई. Because if I say yes, then the different process will be starting. So I said no पे पहले काम कर लेते हैं. Is true. अगर जो रिजेक्ट हुई है वो ट्रू है. अब क्या करो? सिर्फ मैंने ये बोला है कि अगर रिजेक्ट ट्रू हो गई, अगर रिजेक्ट हो गया, if my request is getting rejected, then what to do? Go to the flow logic. और एंड कर दो फ्लो को। भैया कुछ नहीं करना, खत्म। सेम एग्जांपल, अमीशा सेड टू हर फादर दैट आई वांट टू गेट अ न्यू बाइसाइकिल। फादर साहब सेज नो, चैप्टर क्लोज, फ्लो हो गया। नाउ गो इन द रिवर्स ऑर्डर। अतुल अगर अप्रूव हो जाए, भाई इफ रिजेक्ट इज फॉल्स तो मतलब क्या हुआ? टेल मी।
Approved.
अप्रूव्ड, वेरी नाइस। तो क्या करना है? तो यहां जाओ, सॉरी हाँ यहां जाते हैं और एक्शन करते हैं। अगर अप्रूव हो गया तो अगले ग्रुप को अप्रूवल के लिए भेजना है मुझे, राइट? दिस इज व्हाट आवर point says, right? I want to send to the batch 15 approval. Then I can go to action because that is not a part of subflow. Maybe Amisha's catalog item need a further approval, but Harshal catalog item don't need a further approval. That is, it is not the part of the subflow. क्योंकि हो सकता है I am taking approval from the batch 15, maybe Harshal taking approval from the chain team, Amisha taking from the incident team, Anusha taking from other team. Now click on the ask for approval. अतुल बड़ा कंफ्यूजिंग हो रहा है। I'll give you another thing. Click on this, and now it will be easy for you to understand what it is doing. It is creating a picture for me to understand. ये देखो, क्लियर हो गया? कैटलॉग बना, आइटम बना, रिक्वेस्ट अगर ट्रू था तो एंड फ्लो, फॉल्स था तो आस्क फॉर द अप्रूवल। मतलब कि वी आर गोइंग इन अ राइट ट्रैक, वी आर मेकिंग अ राइट फ्लो।
Okay, sir, if it gets rejected, okay, and what I want to do is on the rejected, I need to send a notification. तो उसके लिए सब flow लिखना पड़ेगा क्या?
नहीं नहीं नहीं, उसके लिए एक्शन लिखना पड़ेगा। देखो,
Okay, action.
subflow is used when you want to do little bit more work on that. Action means
अच्छा.
what you want to do now, immediately क्या करना है मुझे,
अच्छा.
ठीक है? So what I'm going to do, I'm not going to be add this now, otherwise it will be getting little more lengthy class. What we will do, I will remove this, delete नहीं होगा, sorry. Let come back here. कहाँ गया? हाँ, इस पे, ठीक है? We will delete this part as of now. Let create a catalog task. ठीक है? अगर approve हो गया तो I have to create a catalog task. Now two things. Catalog task is so here Harshal you can do, you can send an email notification, you can create a task, click on action and you can search it. Catalog task. ये देखो, ये सारे स्पॉक्स हैं, रेडीमेड कोड है हमारे लिए सारा का सारा. If you are in the workflow, you have to be write a code for this one sometime. So create a catalog task. Now I don't need to be remember the catalog task table name. अब catalog task किस पे बनेगा? Catalog task बनेगा इस आइटम पे. Drag and drop. What description I need? LNG. Do you want to use some kind of a templates? अभी नहीं जाते, otherwise it will be lengthy. You can do it. नहीं, Atul, I want that this task should be assigned to some team as well. Add a field value. क्या field है? Assignment group. Assigned to batch 50. And now done. ये अभी half cook है हमारा. ठीक है, it is a half cook. And now if you come back and see here, देखो, false हुआ, task बना, यहाँ पे. It should be end actually. After that, it should be end. So I can create a node from here as well. क्या बनाना है, एक्शन बनाना है, फ्लो लॉजिक एंड कर देते हैं इसको। लेकिन तो है ही नहीं यहाँ पे, एंड तो नहीं है यहाँ पे, तो फिर बंद कैसे हुआ ये, दैट वी विल डिस्कस टुमारो, बिकॉज नाउ वी हैव टू बी गो टू द सेकंड पार्ट ऑफ आवर डिस्कशन, दैट इज कॉल्ड, ये वाला जो हमारा ये था, ये वाला, इट हैज अ डिफरेंट लाइफ साइकिल। क्लियर यहाँ तक एवरीबॉडी? डाउट, क्वेश्चन, क्लैरिफिकेशन?
सर हम टास्क को ऑटोमेट कर सकते हैं ना, वी कैन क्लोज टास्क डायरेक्टली फ्रॉम फ्लो ओनली।
I'll show it yesterday, because for that we have to understand this particular life cycle.
ये सी टास्क मतलब क्या होता है सर? CS टास्क मतलब एक्चुअल वर्किंग टास्क है?
नहीं, it is called SC task, is called service catalog task.
Okay.
Chain task, problem task, request, incident task. So the same way we have we call chain task as a C task, problem task as a P task, incident task as a I task, because all this task is coming from the task table only. How you will differentiate? ठीक है.
Good. CS task मतलब actual user will work on this case if this
user
is closed.
Fulfiller will work on the task.
What?
Fulfiller. When you say
Fulfiller.
user, I am talking about the end user only.
So user, I guess, end agent. Sorry.
Either use agent, but if you say user, everybody will move or understand this user as a end user only. So that's giving the wrong impression. Okay. So now, what is your homework for today? Try to replicate same workflow. Sorry, same flow in my instance once again with your name. Create a new flow with your name and do all these things. If you get more time, okay, go here and search for the request and try to see these, maybe not this one, not global यार, इसमें कहाँ गया एक, there is a called request का एक अलग से रहता है, that is called service catalog. रुको मैं इसमें चेक करता हूँ. I'll tell you application. Not start contains. ये चेक करके देखना, request और let me say catalog. नहीं, that is the only thing, or I'm missing something, or request is this, or maybe request. I'll search with the request.
No, I tested it.
Maybe try with this only.
Will test to this.
Anybody speaking or?
No.
Okay, like this application intake request v2. So try these only so that you can easily understand. Don't open anything of the change and all the things. Something like this application intake request v2. Open this flow and see what is happening. What has been mentioned here. It will give you, because before you start working on your flows, better to understand the out of the box flows. That is very much important here. So like this service catalog, update request, variables कर रहे हैं, lookup कर रहे हैं. Just see and open and see what is happening here. जितना समझ में आ जाए, the thing you are able to understand, no problem. Understand that only. Because in our class we can't go for each and every kind of action. We can't go for each and every kind of a flow logic. So few things we can understand by this way. ठीक है, देखो बहुत बड़ा ये. See, ask for approval, which you are trying to do. Open this and check. Ask for approval में क्या हो रहा है? हर्षल आपका send notification. See what is happening here. ठीक है जी. Doubt, question, clarification. Anyone, guys? Arshalam, Ishan, Visha, Sunita, Mac, Rituja. But please spend the time on this flow. It is a key here. Once we're done with this topic, 50% syllabus will be over.
Okay.
ठीक है? चलिए, no further doubt. Let me stop the recording and take quick attendance now.